What's up guys, Anton here at DPR. Today we talk about how important is it to actually go out and do some reptile shows. If you're ready, let's jump right into that. Alright, so reptile shows are a classic. Everybody loves to attend. I actually been going to shows for as long as I can remember. The reason why I'm talking about shows today is because, well, mostly this year we're actually pushing ourselves with NBK Reptiles to do a lot of shows. You're not gonna see really DPR behind the booth as like a whole booth as DPR. That probably will be only happening in the CRB in Toronto this year. I'm gonna have a whole booth there, but mostly I'm just gonna be there with NBK Reptiles. You know, guys, we work together, and I'm gonna run his ball python section and do shows there. But the main and greatest importance of actually going out there and doing the reptile shows is mostly your presence, and it shows your seriousness about all this thing. If you go out there, you spend money on marketing, you spend money on your setup, you bring your animals, you take the time out of your daily job to actually, and take a whole weekend to actually drive down or fly out and do a show, it shows how serious you are about this thing. It will also show the straight quality of your animal hands-on to everyone that's coming to that show and that has maybe been wondering about buying an animal from you. This is a really good way to show your quality. And last little thing is that you all know, guys, all the snakes we're posting on Instagram look phenomenal, but they're what, a tenth of how beautiful they are in person. That's always the case. Animals in person look fantastic. So bringing your animals to shows will really make yourself stand out by actually, you know, showing the animals in person. And a lot of people will actually be more impressed by those and be more tempted to buy during those shows. One thing I noticed also is that, you know, there's always those great booth at a show that stands out from all the others. Basically, this can come from the quality of your animals, the quality of your display, the lighting you use on the whole show, your banners, your shirts, the way you present yourself. There's a lot of different factors that can make people stop by more at your booth than some other people. The main thing, guys, that I have to say, please don't sit on a chair for the whole show. This is a deal breaker for me. If I walk by a booth and the person is sitting down or like too much on his phone or whatnot, I am not gonna be interested in talking to that person. You come to a show, you sit down, it's not good. I have back problems, guys, and I will sit down for 20-30 seconds, but we spend the whole day standing up, being out there. It's a presentation. You're there to actually talk to the people, and this is one of the most important things. You're not just there to sell your animals. You're actually there to make friends, to meet customers, to just, you know, entertain those relationships you have online with other people. It is an amazing time for PR. Shows are really great for that. So please don't sit back out there at the back of your booth. You want to be standing up and just having a good time. I mentioned this before, but it's not just about selling your animals. One thing that I noticed, we just came back from Tinley 2-3 weeks ago, that NARBC show in Chicago. And one thing that I noticed is that obviously it's in March. Most of the animals, you know, they're from last year. All the crazy clutches from this year are not out, but many tables were very similar. I'm talking here about ball python tables. We're very similar in a sense that there's a lot of head stuff. There's a lot of animals that, you know, look good, but are not visually super impressive. So one thing is that, you know, you have a display. Let's say you have 50 animals that you can bring to the show. Don't bring only 50 for sale. Bring 40 for sale and 10 of your holdbacks that looks absolutely fantastic. The reason why I'm saying this is that if you have some animals that are really big eye catcher, you'll have some people stop by, look at the snake, ask questions, maybe take it out, take some pictures, which is some free promotion. But other than that, it's also bringing a lot of attention to that specific snake. And if you have elements for sale to make that animal, you have a conversation that's already started from that snake, and you can go like, oh, I have this animal from this project and this and that you can actually guide people around if they want to recreate that animal. So for these main reasons, I highly suggest everyone that goes to show to bring those animals that are a holdback, or maybe you're on the fence of selling or whatnot, or just the animals that look fantastic. Put them on your table, and they are the biggest eye catcher because there's a lot of people in the shows, there's a lot of booth, and you want to have some stuff on your booth that will bring people over and make them stop directly to look at your animals. This can also be done by great marketing, in a sense that you have nice banners at the back, you have custom shirts, you have nice table, you have a nice display. The lighting is super important also. All these little elements are everything that will bring people to actually stop at your booth and start a discussion with you. And that's really what you want, because when you start to talk with people, you really get a personal connection. Every time I have people stopping by and really, you explain, you spend all that time, it's really much easier to make a sale at that point. And obviously, if you go to a show, your whole point is not just the PR, you want to make sales also. So this is my personal preference to do it. It's not because you don't sell really well at a show that the show wasn't successful, and it's not because you don't sell that it's not worth going to those shows. One very specific thing also is that, guys, we work with so many different projects, and some of them are very niche, and some projects are super, super specific, and maybe not a lot of people have thought about actually putting those genes together and working in that direction. Going to shows and bringing those projects and talking to people, you can open a lot of eyes to the potential of different things. Let's say you want to work the G-Stripe puzzle project and you think that this project is going to be amazing. You go to show, you bring your animals, maybe a double visual you made or some hats, and you talk and you share that information. Maybe you'll have other people switching their mind into maybe working into that direction. So this is definitely, even though you didn't make a sale, just having 10 more people thinking about, oh, G-Stripe puzzle could be interesting. This is a win for you, especially if you're diving deeper inside of that recessive project. And it goes with any other genes that you can think about. It's really super important to go there and just, share your knowledge, share your passion, and open more people's mind on the project that you're actually working with. Obviously, it's not only about being at a show and selling your animals. I know a lot of people that go to shows and are just not set up. They don't have a booth, they don't bring their animals, but they're just attending the shows. They're doing what I would love to do, actually walking around all the time and checking amazing animals and talking with breeders. We are going to do this year, hopefully in Arlington, maybe some others in California, we'll see. But definitely just attending a show and going out there and having fun. There's always a reasonable amount of work to, bring your animals into a show. Obviously, you'll have to bring your snakes, prepare a setup. You'll have to pay for stickers, for banners, for whatnot. It is costly. It is time demanding, time consuming, but really worth it. To put this in perspective, guys, we're here in Canada and we do sell some animals in the States, but we also do reptile expos in the States. We do Tinley NARBC at Chicago twice a year. This year, we also going to be doing Anaheim Reptile Show. Not me personally, but NBK. We're going to do some in Arlington. So for us to be in Canada and actually do shows in the United States, it takes so much work and effort. We actually have to ship our snakes into the United States a week before to our broker in Miami, and then send the animals to the location of the show, pack everything afterwards, ship back to Miami, ship back to us. So for us, doing shows in the United States takes so much effort, but we still think it is worth it, not only money-wise, but as I said, for all the previous reasons that I mentioned. Being out there and putting yourself in a environment where you're standing out of the group is really what's gonna make a big difference. I said it last week in the previous video. We are in a time that some people will feel that it's slower. Going to shows, doing YouTube videos, posting more content, being original, being out there, mentoring some people. These are the best ways that you can have to actually improve your business, improve your sales, your numbers. It's really what's gonna make a big, big difference. I hope all this was super instructive for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. Not too many snakes today or last week, but it is what it is. Be sure to follow us on YouTube. Check our Instagram page for daily snake content and our Morph Market for available animals. And if you catch us in any shows, be sure to come and say hi. I'd love to have a chat with you. Cheers. See you soon.